getting these sails down.
Yeah, we do. We need to get further out.
I know, I'm steering out as far as I can.
You know, that's the scariest I've been on this boat in 10 years. Yeah, really horrible.
Yeah.
Hello and welcome to southern Spain, where it is lovely and sunny and there is no wind.
Yeah, this is the story of our trip from Gibraltar, where we waited for the wind, which didn't really come, to Cartagena, which we're almost at. So yeah, most of it was motor sailing, but the odd bit where it really did blow, strangely.
Yeah, some of it was nice. I hope you like the film. Coming up, from flat calm to 35 knot gusts. What the is going on? Rocking the night away. But as the sun comes up, we have some great sailing. But we begin in Gibraltar, because I know you want to see just a bit more varnishing.
So the thing about this D2 is that it is only one coat a day. So that's the sort of the confining factor for how long this is going to take us. It needs 3 coats at least. I want to do 5 or 6 if I can, but I don't know if I get that many good days. I mean, it's not the end of the world if it rains and I have to stop and then reconvene a couple of days later. I don't think with this. This is just the first coat that's going on the cap rail now. I mean, it is a lot of work, but really it's only the stripping when you get things wrong that's horrible. This sort of stuff, it's fine. You sit there, listen to my podcast. It's actually quite pleasant to go around. I remember one of my dad's friends who had a wooden boat saying, oh, you need something if you're on a boat. You used to have the grass to cut and mundane jobs to do. If you haven't got any of that, then what do you do? So this is one of those jobs. It's fine. You just settle into it and do it. And I think it'll take the rest of the week to get all this right. I've got to do the decks as well, the Semco. And it is a bit knackering. We were going to join the gym, but I'm not sure we're going to do that now because this takes it out of you. But it's all right.
And it's not far to walk to Shepherd's Chandlery, and they have everything. Semco can be difficult to find.
Okay, well the boat's getting more and more difficult to walk around in now because everything's varnished, and now I'm going to make it really difficult by doing the decks as well, the Semco. And I've always used this. I think it's great stuff. I just wish they'd make it in a better tin. You want it actually in something plastic because these things start to rust and it leaks. I mean, it's about the consistency and the look of tea. This does look like tea. You do have to stir it all the time, especially if you have the coloured one. I've got it on this, but look, it's made a mess. But yeah, once it's on, it's great. It's very easy because you just wipe it on. It's got UV protection in it, makes the teak last much longer, makes it look much better. Lasts about a year before you have to reapply it. When water starts beading up on it, stops beading up on it, that's when you need to do it again, because once you've got this on, it sort of makes it waterproof. Water doesn't go on there, and it just doesn't get as dirty because of that. You don't have to clean it as much, so it doesn't get as much wear. So all those things are good. I use the clear tone one. I have used the honey one before, which is sort of okay, but it makes it look a little bit plasticky, a little bit too much. I mean, I bought 2 cans. If they'd had honey here, I might have bought one of each and mixed them. That's I've done that before, and that's all right. I think you only need about one of honey to 2 of the clear tone, I think, to get the sort of tone I would like anyway. But yeah, this clear looks nice. It goes on, protects it, makes it look better. And it take me about, I don't know, 2 hours to do the whole boat, I should think. I can't do the bulwarks at the moment because they're taped off to do the tow rail for the varnish, so I'm going to have to wait until after that tape comes on, but then I can do those as well. And that's it. The boat will be done for another year.
I can't do the bulwarks yet, but they are prepped and ready to go. I took the opportunity to replace any loose and worn bungs when we were on the hard in Portimao. Drill the holes deeper with a 10mm auger, add some wood glue and tap a new plug in. When dry, shear off with a chisel. Easier than doing it afloat.
Okay, so the good weather continues, which is very good news for the varnishing. I'm just doing the doghouse now, and this is what I've always done with epiphanes. So it's been rubbed down, and this was rubbed down completely to bare wood, because it's the first time I've had to do it, go all the way back like that. But what I've done now is put a filler sealer on, which is the Total Boat one. So it's the Total Boat Gleam that I'm going to put on here instead of the epiphanes this time. It's supposed to be UV resistant, so it's all going to go on here. But final job before the sun actually goes down, I'm going to tackle this, trying to get it off. It's got all a bit scuffed up and I don't have the website anymore, so I just want to take it all off, and it's a real bugger to get out of. So I've got this, it's a rubber that goes on here. I've used it before, worked really well. Let's see if it works well on this. There you go. It took about 20 seconds. Would have taken me about 10 minutes, I reckon, to pick that off any other way. So yeah, these are really good. Okay, for this evening's job, I'm going to do a little bit of lighting. You might have seen previously that I've put some strip lights sort of up and down on the grab rail here, which give sort of a nice wash of light. So if I take the thing here, I'll show you on this side. It doesn't show up that well because it's not that dark yet, but it's sort of a wash of light up on the wall. It's a nice soft light, better than having the ceiling lights on all the time, so I quite like those. That's this stuff. I've tried different ones. To begin with, I had those ones that are little bobbles, so little points of light. This one's much better. You can get this stuff now, which is completely waterproof, much nicer, lasts much longer. Yeah, they're just great, because sometimes I do get some water in. If I leave one of the portholes open and you get water in on top of it, if there's any sort of little nick in those ones, it goes in there and it destroys them. These ones much better, and it's just a good flat light, so they're really good. But yeah, I did those a while ago. What I'm doing now is replacing all of these. So these ceiling lights, I mean, you've got the white light one way and the red light the other, which is quite useful. They're all getting corroded. Some of the switches are just falling apart in them now, and yeah, they've seen better days. So I'm going to change those for ones that I can have a remote for as well, because it is nice to be sort of sat in the saloon and to be able to turn them on. Sometimes you just want those ceiling lights on to do something or whatever, and yeah, you've got to sort of just get yourself out and get onto them. But if I can have the remote, you can see I've just got remotes that sit in here, and I can do it with those. So these are the ones that I've bought. I've got two different types. So I did just try one of these to begin with, just see if the remote was going to mess up the remote from the other ones that I've got. And it does a bit sometimes if you're pointing at it. For some of the controls, it just affects that as well. It's not the end of the world, but it's not ideal. It's not completely isolated. I can normally just do it, sort of point towards it, and it'll turn them off. So yeah, you can sort of do it sat down over there. That one, turn that one back on again, you see. So you'll get into things like that sometimes. So it's not foolproof, but it's pretty good, and it means you can be sat down in the salon and control most of the things up here, which is useful sometimes. So let's have a look at fitting them. They're very easy. Of course, just 2 wires. I've taken the old one off of here and put some Wago blocks on here. If you don't use these, then do yourself a favour and get a box of these. They're the best thing ever. They're sprung loaded, so you just put them in and clip them up, and they won't come undone, unlike the chocolate block type ones that you used to use, which are awful. So yeah, let's put this one on. Turn that off. There we go. Already drilled the hose, as I say here. Okay, so that's that one fitted, and I'll just show you the remote for this one. There's more choices with this one, lots of different colours. So if it's on, that's your normal on, but you can dim it, you can do all that normal stuff with it, but you can also just make it red like that. So really good for night sailing. So we normally only ever have the galley one and this one on red when we're sailing. So I've put just those ones here. It means they won't sort of get confused when we're turning the other ones on, and because they're on a different one completely. And they don't interfere too much with this one. I think sometimes when I change the different colours, it interferes with that one, but you just put it closer to do it. It's not too bad.
So just a final rig check before we go. It's a good view of Ocean Village from the top of the mast. All good, but the Windex needs a little bit of TLC. We're not going far just now though. In fact, first step, jib fuel right behind us. This is the cheapest fuel in the Med, and they make things easy.
It's It's the first time where we've been to a station where they can control the speed from the manifold up there, so they can set it perfectly so it doesn't spit, because it did spit the first time I put it on there. It was a bit too fast and it slowed it down for me.
It spat quite a lot, didn't it?
It did. But yeah, I haven't seen that before, so yeah, they control it from the manifold. Now I've got the perfect flow. It's not gonna spit, so it's good.
So we are finally on our way. We leave Gibraltar with a heavy heart, as we have had a wonderful time here. After picking up fuel, we spend the night in the nearby anchorage La Linea, which is actually in Spain. Our plan is to spend the week travelling from Gibraltar to Cartagena. It's not a great coast for anchoring, but there are some places along the way, and in April it certainly won't be crowded. The next morning, the Bay of Gibraltar is calm. The usual number of cargo ships and cruise liners, but none of the katabatic blasts we've had in the past. Or not now, at least. But there is always a countercurrent and chop, so as we make our way around the rock, we struggle to make 4 knots. But there is a good breeze, and at least we can raise the sails. Just one tanker blocking the perfect picture. It really has seen better days. Then finally, our journey into the Med begins.
Okay, sails are up, so time for a little bit of fishing. I'm going to try out this fish helm. This is what I showed in the last episode, fitting it to the back of the boat here. So it's very useful because you don't have the rod to worry about. So when I got this, I got the pack of lures that they sell with it, the trolling lures. So I'm going to go for one of these. I've got this pack of different popper type 1 skirted squid lures. So I've got this daisy chain one. And what you want is to attract the fish up. So this is going to put a lot of stuff in the water and hopefully attract some up. I'll just have a hook on the last one and see how it does. Okay, so just attach this. It's got a little swivel on the end. This is good. And these nice quick release clips. I've got all 4 of them and just stream them out there. There we go. Just release the tension on here. It can pay its way out. So that's nice. That's probably far enough. When I stop it, I can see them just breaking surface about 2 boat lengths back. That should be good. And I slide this forward so that as that pulls now, every time it goes round, this little cam is going to turn that, which will turn the friction ring and tighten it up. So as it pulls out, it gets tighter and tighter every time it goes round and touches that.
Lines out, and then one last tanker catches our eye. Someone somewhere has a sense of style and colour. It all adds to the diversity of life on the ocean.
Oh, we're sailing along quite nicely now. You can see the rock is just disappearing into the distance. The swell is still sort of here a bit, which is, I mean, it's fine sailing, but tonight the problem with this coast is that there isn't really any protection at all from the south. So yeah, it's going to be either a very rolly night or we're going to have to try and find a marina for a night, but we'll see. I mean, the wind is supposed to come round. It's a bit of a bugger in that, we've been waiting because we wanted to have a tailwind, but as you can see, we are really beating into it. We're as tight as we can be. It's right on the nose. We're not quite making where we want to go. Sort of Marbella is where we're heading for, and it's a little bit further over. So yeah, it is what it is. It's a nice sail anyway, and I've got to go and check the lines. I haven't had any bites as yet, so I think it might be time just to change the lures over a little bit and see. I'll just show you actually how you bring this in. So it's just on an endless line, so basically it's just hand over hand with a line and pulls it in quite nicely. Yeah, I'm liking this reel, it's good. Just need some fish now.
and then we get to Marbella.
So as you can see, we are rolling around quite a bit still. It should die down, hopefully tonight. We've got a stern anchor out, so that'll try and straighten us up into the swell. The wind's going to drop to nothing like it normally does in the Med. But yeah, that's the problem with this bit of coastline, is there's just not any real shelter. We knew that, so that's why we sort of waited as long as we did. But we did get quite a lot of spray over in that roughness coming around the rock. So everything's got coated in salt. Look at this, look. Not good. If we come over to the other side that I've done, you can see the varnish is looking pretty good. So this is the Oratrol, the D1, D2 stuff. There's mixed opinions on this. A lot of people commented on it. Some people said it's the worst thing they've ever tried. So I hope it's not going to be bad. I mean, at the moment it looks great. It's all to do with how you put it on. I'm sure other people have said they really like it. So yeah, I mean, it's a test. It is what it is. We will see. But at the moment, very happy with that. Let's get all the salt off this side and off all the stainless steel, of course. That's the main thing.
Well, it is just a beautiful morning. Who knew Marbella could be so nice? We're off to Cabopino this morning. The wind has changed, it's now coming off the land, so I'm looking forward to quite a good sail. It was a tad rocky overnight, still rocky actually because of the swell, but you can't have everything. We did have the stern anchor out, but I'm not sure it worked. Yeah, it seems to drag, and we are now definitely not where we're supposed to be. So Steve's been getting it in, and we've now just got it up. Got to get it up.
Yeah, I mean, we basically kept tightening it and pulled it almost up to the boat. It's hard ground here, so it doesn't really lock off.
So we're going to do that and get ready, and looking forward to a good sail.
It turns out we should be careful what we wish for.
Well, such is life in the Med. We just got going in 0 wind and then had a 35 knot gust. Almost knocked us flat. Lots of things go flying inside. You never learn stuff not put away properly. But it's leveled out a bit now, so we're making great way.
Yeah, we're still doing like 7, 8 knots, but that's a bit better than 9. Well, it's weird, isn't it? You hear yourself saying, "Oh yeah, let's not go too fast," but actually, let's not go too fast. It's fine. Yeah, and we'll go a bit further out to sea as well, because I think the gusts are coming off the mountains there.
Yeah, it's big hills in here, so closer in you get some sort of downdraft squally stuff in opposite directions. It's a bit weird. Actually took a little while putting the sail up because we had to keep moving to try and keep into the wind. It kept getting gusts from different directions, but yeah, hopefully it's settled out now.
But just as we thought it was all over, another 35 knot gust. By now we are travelling at 11 knots and heeling at 45 degrees. Not good.
Alright, we need to get these sails down.
Yeah, we do. Let's get out of this one and then just get them down.
Yeah.
Before we can do that, we have a bigger problem with the steering.
And we need to get out. We need to get further out.
I know, I'm steering out as far as I can.
Okay.
Manual steering isn't responding, and we are rounding up towards the shore. The auto helm brings us round, but then it trips, and on top of that, the Yankee is stuck, so for a while, we have no control.
We need to reduce sail.
Yes.
We can't in this wind.
Well, we tried and it got stuck, so
Yeah.
there's something wrong with the Yankee. It just wasn't coming in.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it was just so tight that it was just tightening up on the spool. We've had it before where it's kind of disengaged in the bottom. I thought that's what had happened, so I stopped. Only got about half a reef in. So as soon as we get rid of this gust, we'll try and put it away. Problems with the auto helm as well.
You know, that's the scaredest I've been on this boat in 10 years. Yeah, really horrible.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
when
not having
things don't,
sewage is not good, is
it's
it?
when things don't work.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
There's a plan, but if the plan doesn't work,
Yeah.
Then at last, a lull, and finally the Yankee responds.
very glad we got the e-wincher. This would have been very difficult without it.
It's almost there.
Done?
Yeah, done.
Cool. We're in danger of overshooting our destination. We're stopping with friends for lunch and I think we would have come whizzing straight past it.
We thought it would take 3 hours and we've got there in like an hour and a half.
Yeah, we have. So let's get this mainsail down.
Yeah, there's more.
I hope it's not too
You can't
gusty.
see. It's very gusty. You can't show gusts on a camera, but
No, well the sea looks flat because it's coming straight off the land, so it doesn't look like it. If you're out at sea, there'd be big waves here. So it's nice flat water, just windy.
it's over.
Yeah, glad to get that
And
sail
just
down,
like that,
actually.
it's over.
Yeah, I think the wind's dropping as well. That's good.
We arrive in Cabopino, a pretty village which has also been hit by the unusual weather this year. The beaches have eroded, sands shifted. But it is still a good place for a walk and lunch with friends. Hello. You're in holiday mode.
Drinking in the morning sun, blinking in the morning sun, shaking off the heavy one.
There's a bench under here somewhere. That's what it was.
Hope there's no one standing, someone sitting on it at the time.
Oh, anywhere, it's looking like a beautiful day. So throw those curtains wide. One day like this again, let's see it right. Throw those curtains wide.
And then the swell that's been chasing us returns and it's time to move on.
So we didn't really want another rolly night, so we have moved just round the headland to Frengarola, which is just in there. It looks like there's enough space, isn't it, just inside the harbour?
Yeah, I mean, one or at the most 2 boats, but I think it's just us.
Hopefully. Yeah.
That would be good.
Yeah, it doesn't look like there's anyone else in there, does it? Cool. Okay, so this is what it looks like, the little outer harbour. Not many places got those. It's a really nice idea. Places that do have them, it's got a bit of a rocky outcrop in here. There's only really room for one boat, but it's only us here, so that's good. So let's see how well this anchor sets. Okay, yeah, a little bit back. So we just set the anchor. And the sun is just going down, so good timing. There we go. Is the anchor nice and straight? Well, yeah, that's definitely in. So it's a good set. Put the snubber on. We can wrap up for the night. Not too rolly, it's good.
And then you guessed it, more swell. Neither of us are getting any sleep, so we decide to head out to sea where at least we can head into the waves. It is marginally better. And then Steve remembers dawn is a good time to catch fish. Well, every cloud has a silver lining, as they say. And is that a breeze I can feel?
Well, this is more like it. The wind has come up with the sun. It's very nice. It looks lovely. Lovely landscape, snow on the mountains. Didn't put the Yankee up just in case we got the 30 knots that we had the other day, but we haven't. It's
It's just sort of 20 knots. It's just a good breeze, but it's actually quite nice like this. Judy's having a little sleep down below, so I'll keep it nice and steady. And we're doing 6 knots, so can't complain at that. Just hope it keeps up. I've been putting the gearbox in reverse before we stop the engine, and that seems to be working. It stops the prop shaft rotating. It has done, well, we've done it about half a dozen times down. It's worked every single time, so yeah, it seems to be better stopping it in reverse than stopping it forward. With the max prop we used to just stop it in forward and it always feathered and did the job, but with this only does it sometimes. So yeah, I'm glad we do, you know, that it's working. It means we don't have to fit a prop brake on there if it's going to work every time, so it's great.
So we spend a very pleasant day tacking up the coast. By now we are about halfway to Cartagena with a few more days to go. The sun is shining and for the first time this year we consider having a swim. Well, I say we. What I really mean is Steve. So the big question, Steve, is the water going to be warm enough?
Well, it's April, and I figure if you wait beyond April, then you're a wuss. You need to go in April. It is now April, so it should be warm enough. It looks inviting. It's nice and blue. But I'm going to take my 3Ms cloth down because I'm going to have a look at the prop. It's been what, almost 3 months now since we've been in the water, and I didn't put anything on. If you saw the prep thing when we did the haul out, I didn't put anything on it. Just polished it up. And always the problem with that is that you just need to give it a wipe every now and again. It's been a while because I have been a wuss and haven't gone in. So let's go down and have a look, see what it's like. Ooh, dropped it. Oh. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to it, to be honest. God, it's freezing. God, I'm going to do this quickly.
Luckily, it's not bad at all. A quick wipe will do it. We've lost a lot of meat off the anode though. Need to keep a sharp eye on that.
Are you done then?
Well, sort of. I don't think it's a particularly good job, but there's not much on there. It wasn't too bad. I think I've got water in my camera though. This silly DJI camera is not properly waterproof, I don't think, because it looks like there's water in the lens to me, so we'll see if we've got any pictures.
Okay.
See how well it's done.
So not quite ready for recreational swimming then. Needs must.
Yeah, I'm only going to swim when I have to at the moment. But it was good to go down and check the prop. So yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty clean. There was quite a lot of wear on the anode.
Yeah,
I noticed. Yeah. It's gone down a bit. I'll actually send a picture of that through to Dave at Brunton's, I think, and see what he thinks. I mean, I never used to get that much with the max prop. I think with the max prop, it might be quite similar. That it's a good idea to put some nail varnish, is what I used to use, around the bits where the screw holes go through, so that doesn't go so fast, because that's
maybe
what's gone down, and that's the problem. They go down too quick and then it falls off. So I don't know, we'll see.
But we have been motor sailing well with the Bromptons, and we've tested it because that's what we've been doing mostly. We have had some good sails, but wow, it's been hard slog, hasn't it? Hard slog up this coast, and there's not too many places you can stop at. That's the problem.
Yeah, but we did. We got probably an extra 2 knots that we, just from motor sailing, just very low revs, very easily. So that's really quite good. We're going to use that more and more, I think. So, we don't like motor sailing, but when you needs must.
And the Yankee does seem to be going in now, so that's a fix. But the auto helm jumping, don't know what that was. That was the first time it's ever happened.
It is. It actually died on us completely. It tripped something. But before it did that, I think what had happened is there's something with it. There was so much strain on it, because basically so much weather helm, because we just didn't get the sails down in time. It just came out of nowhere. That it strained something, and it didn't actually switch off the valve. They've got a valve that switches between the 2 systems, because they're 2 different hydraulic systems. And I think that either got stuck.
Auto helm.
Yeah. So I think it got stuck. So I wasn't actually getting steerage when it first happened. I thought, oh, hang on, I haven't got steerage here, just in the normal steerage. So I just went straight to the auto helm. I thought something had happened to the ram or whatever. Turned on the auto helm, and that started to pull us back, and then everything blew. Yeah. So a bit of a problem. Never ever had that, so I'm going to have to look into that, see what's happened to that. It's been absolutely fine ever since. Just reset it and came. But yes, I mean, it all happened because when we started to roll in that Yankee, you start to roll it and you can see it's not actually going round, and then you don't want to do it because you're going to, you can
Pull it
actually
out,
start
yeah.
pulling the rope
Yeah.
out without actually turning the spindle and turning the foil. But it wasn't that. I think it was just tightening up on the it was a loose wind on there, and it was just tightening up because it took so much pressure to actually pull it in.
It was horrendous. I mean, I have to say, it was awful. It was a katabatic blast off the mountain.
Yeah.
And it was just, I don't know, I can't speak. It was
come
just
out
so
now.
horrible.
Snow on the top of the mountains. I mean, there's things like
Yeah.
that. It's massive temperature differential, so it can really just throw a load of wind straight down at you, and that's what it did. But yeah, it was exciting while it lasted.
Yeah, and then it was all over, and then we had a lovely time. So that's sailing for you, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
And I am looking forward to having a lovely time going back to Cartagena. It's been quite interesting going back to places where we've been before, and Cartagena is the first place where we stayed for a significant amount of time. It was our first winter, in 2019. So I'm looking forward to that. It'll be fun.
Yeah, it's different when you go somewhere and you know the lay of the land. I mean, you
Yeah.
haven't got that sort of thing of, exploring all the new stuff, but it's actually quite nice to know where certain things are, and you feel, I don't know, a bit more relaxed, I think. So, yeah, and there's still stuff to see, actually, in Cartagena. There's several
Masses.
museums we still didn't get to,
Yeah,
even though we stayed there the
museums,
whole winter.
Yeah,
it's an
events,
amazing place.
things like that. We haven't been here at Easter, for instance. So,
No.
yeah, Easter and after Easter. So I'm looking forward to that. And we'll bring it to you next time. So thank you to our patrons, thank you to our subscribers, and thank you for watching.
Thanks for watching.